I did this much makeup to just have a really quick intro, which really doesn't make any sense. Do you guys see him? See my owl mug? It's got hot chocolate running down it, but still, isn't he cute? It's morning time and I don't really like want to drink beer at 9 o'clock in the morning. Usually I'm recording much later, but I've got shit to do today. Hey guys, welcome back! Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to do almond shaped nails. I right now have long coffin shaped nails, and I'm going to shape these into an almond shape for you. This is like the third video I've posted with this particular manicure, but you know, whatever. Hopefully you find it helpful. Hopefully you find it useful. You can get something out of it, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, we have activator, so I can show you guys what it's gonna look like. We have a little brush, and then we have again the 180 grit nail file. In case any of you are wondering, I have an S on here. The reason I have an S on the top of my bottle is because it's the one I use for swatches. Yeah, anyway, so almond shape, here we go. The first thing you want to do is you want to just envision what you think it's going to look like. And if it helps you, you can take a Sharpie and just draw on your line. I always suggest when you're doing a major change for your shape, doing it with your dip powder on first. Just to help protect against, you know, breaking a nail while you're filing it while it's naked, making such a big change, and also because you'll just be able to see what the finished product is going to look like better when it's on a nail that already has dip powder on it. So that said, let's get started. So I'm going to use the rougher side, and I'm just bringing it way in, and we just want to do a little bit at a time, right? And unlike with a coffin, I'm not doing as much down towards the base. It's kind of keeping it more up towards the top and really a lot up towards the very tip top. And the thing that's great about going from almond to coffin or coffin to almond is it's pretty easy to go back and forth between the two. I mean, granted, you're gonna lose length doing that, but they are pretty easy to go between. Let's see how we're looking. I'd say we're getting there. And I'm just using the 180 side of the file to just kind of smooth it out. Think. It's gonna feel so weird having almond shaped nails. I haven't had almond shaped nails in, I don't know, probably a year, since last Halloween. Because usually around this time of year I will go almond. It just feels like it fits. So, although this video is gonna come out after Halloween. But that's okay. Oh, did I show you where I filed? See how I filed just from the whitest part of my nail up, like I didn't file down any further because you want it to be wider at the base, and then just kind of smooth transition to the tip. And you can make them more pointy than that if you wanted to, but I just like mine to be a nice round almond shape. So again, that's what it looks like on the sides. And I totally suggest people play around with their shape. It's so much fun, first of all. And, you know, it grows back. And also you might find a shape works way better for your hands that you didn't think was going to. Like maybe square nails looks good on you. Maybe, you know, round nails look good on you. Maybe you really like almond. Or you can go like ballerina. Like that would be like more of like a ballerina, I feel like. See how it's flat at the top, but it's like, I've kind of lost my shape in these other nails, so don't really, they grow out and you lose your shape. But I would say that would be definitely a more ballerina. So if you wanted to go ballerina, maybe you go for an almond and then just flatten that top right out. And see how I'm going just back and forth, a little bit at a time, little bit at a time. So you just do one side and then you try and catch up on the other side. It can get really out of control really quickly. Hopefully I was in frame for that part. Oops. Ah! And you just even that right out. Yeah. See how nice that looks? And there's the sides again. It's a tea bag right on this one. Tea bag, and I tea bag that one too, so I'm pretty grateful actually to be going almond. This one I might still have to tea bag, but this one I might not have to tea bag anymore. Yes, I have broken a lot of nails, and if you saw my shaping a short nail, you know why. I always get nervous before I shape my nails, so if you're nervous too, don't worry. It's gonna be okay, promise. Looks pretty almond to me. Let's get the tip just a little bit more. There we go. What do we think? Looks good, eh? All right, on to the next one. And see, I am gonna have to teabag that one, but just a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny little bit. Not bad at all. Hard to shape like this, guys. I keep wanting to bring them up to my face, but I can't because I'm trying to show you. And just make sure, like when you're doing Coffin, that you kind of roll up onto the side a little bit just to kind of like even it out, you know? And I have especially long ring finger nail beds, so they always look kind of different. But I think it's coming along quite well. And remember, I'm not trying to get it too perfect anyways, because I am gonna switch my dip powder, and then I'm just gonna have to, you know, shape them again anyway. So I'm just kind of I'm getting the rough idea, you know, on my dip powder. And then once you remove, your nails will be in an almond shape, and then you can touch them up when they're naked. And then, you know, when you dip them again, you'll touch them up again, and it'll be quite easy. Been watching Downton Abbey a lot, so I've been saying things like quite. I'm quite sure. Yes, I love Downton Abbey. Who else likes Downton Abbey? I like it. I know it's just a soap opera, but like I'm super into it. And I've actually never watched the final season. I'm in the final season right now, and I don't want to give anything away, so I'm not going to say anything, but I've cried already. So, which, I mean, I literally cry all the time during that show. I can't help it. And using the 180 grit, just kind of touching up the sides here. And my nails kind of do this like weirdo like point thing where they like, I don't know if you can see that, they kind of like curve. And that's why I've been like, I come around and I just kind of buff that off. And buff it up straight a little bit. Which is perfectly fine. It'll turn out just fine when you take off your dip powder. I did my friend's nails almond the other night. Hey, Steffi. And they turned out really, really cute. And I was like, oh man, I want some almond shaped nails. So I'm still gonna have to teabag 2 of my nails, I think, for a little bit, but that's okay. What do you guys think? Do you like them? I like them. Let's throw some activator. Ooh. Let's throw some activator on so we can just see. Oh, let me show you the sides real quick. Just want to show you. So like I said, I didn't come down as far and I came up right on the sides there. Yeah, pretty much the same on all the nails. Y'all can do it. I know you can. I have total faith in you. And look how good this like ombre looks on these almond shaped nails. I really like it. And again, I'm only throwing activator on just to take away the white spots that I just buffed on, so that I can see how it looks without it being all dried up and such. Yeah, I like it. All right. I'm going to change my dip powder. This video might have a different picture for the thumbnail than what I'm wearing in the video, and I apologize for that. But it is time for me to change my dip powder, and I just wanted to show you again how I do it. Okay? Okay. So I wanted to tell you guys that when you do shape your nails drastically, like from a coffin shape to an almond shape or from almond to coffin, you always want to make sure you do it on your nails right before you take off your dip powder to do your next mani is the best time. You can also reshape your nails before you take off your dip powder and do your next mani if you're doing the same shape. I find that it helps to just kind of do it a little bit at a time. So if you're shaping it before you take off your dip powder, you'll be able to see kind of where it's at, and then you'll take off your dip powder. You can fix the edges a little bit or just kind of touch it up. You might want to make it a little more sharp and then re-dip your nails and then shape it one more time. It's the best way to shape your nails to make sure that you're going to get your most effective shape. Now, doing that, you also want to make sure that you're not going drastically. Like, don't do too extreme of a shape each shape, because then you might end up just taking your entire nail off. Just a little bit at a time goes a long way with your nails. And also, like I've said in other shaping videos before, you've got weeks and weeks and weeks to perfect your shape. You don't have to get it all right the very first time. Do it the first week just a little bit. Do it the next week just a little bit if you're changing your nails every week. I don't drastically shape my nails every time. There are times that because I changed my dip powder so often, that I only, you know, just smooth my edges out and I don't really shape them at all. I only really get my shape back in order every week, you know, however 5 to 7 days or however long. If you're a type of person who doesn't change your dip powder except for like every 10 days, you might absolutely want to do the triple shape, the before, during, and after shaping when you're doing your mani. But if you're like me and you change your mani very often, every 3 days, you don't need to shape them drastically every time. So I hope that you found this video helpful, and give it a thumbs up if you did. And leave me a comment down below of things you guys want to see. I love that. Or, you know, just leave me a comment telling me how much you love me, because I also love that. And I love you guys too. And I will see you next week. Bye! Right now, that's a dog hair. Wearing jeans today. Fucking hate jeans. They're the worst thing ever. And if you don't agree with me, get out.